It was sophomore center fielder Sophia Livers as the Demons right back to work on for another series, this time at home against Lamar. And Sophia, first question, I know everybody wants to know, well, really just me. Did you ever get that Diet Coke after the game yesterday?
I did not.
You did not? Not
No,
even
I
at
did not.
Buc-ee's? You didn't? Ah. Well,
No.
you certainly deserved it after the way you played yesterday. A couple doubles, you scored a couple runs, stole a couple bases, walked. Um, what was your mindset going into that game, that finale against UIW, and what helped you kind of do all that?
Yeah, so at the beginning of the series, Coach Fuller had told me that she was going to move me down in the lineup a little bit just to kind of take some pressure off me because I haven't really been performing like I should have these past couple of series. So, which is understandable. You know, hitters go through ups and downs. You're hot or you're not, and I haven't been. So, I was expected to move down a little bit. And with that, it just kind of relaxed me a little bit, helped me just to simplify the game a little bit more, took some pressure off of me. And, just going in the box, I was just thinking see ball, hit ball, just kind of simplifying it as much as I can to take some pressure off myself.
So yeah, was that the only difference? Just kind of feel like you had to relax a little bit, knowing Ali and DJ and Bryn are all ahead of you and doing what they're doing right now, to like I said, help you relax a little more at the plate.
Yeah, for sure. Just kind of, like I said, just seeing ball, hit ball, and with coming up with runners in scoring position, especially in that last game with that last double I had. I wasn't in my head. I wasn't telling myself, I need to score these runs. I was just, just going in there and just thinking about hitting the ball solid. So.
Well, it certainly paid off because that double was huge. Insurance run at that point. The couple after that, really in a lot of ways helped us win, as well as what Brooklyn did in the circle. And first, before we talk about your role and when she's pitching, how cool was it to see her do what she did again on yesterday after a little bit of a tough outing on Tuesday, to bounce back and go another complete game?
Yeah, it was really good to see. I mean, we all know what Brooklyn's capable of. She's a good pitcher, and we've seen in multiple games, especially in Mississippi State. So we know what she can do, and so just seeing her come out there and put it down on them was really nice.
You mentioned Mississippi State, and there was another, Brooklyn doing Brooklyn things, getting a lot of soft contact, a lot of fly ball outs. And as a center fielder and sort of the captain of the outfield, what's that like when she's in the circle and knowing that ball is going to be coming to me more often than not?
Right. So we know Brooklyn's going to produce a lot of fly balls. It's what our whole defense knows when she comes in. So just making sure that we are tracking the ball in our gloves, securing it. We work on it at practice every day. We do pop-ups every day for that reason. So just making sure we're watching it all the way in and not as an outfielder knowing balls are going to get hit in the air in the gap and just willing to go catch it.
So big win yesterday in the finale against UIW. Back at home this weekend against Lamar. Um, what what do we need to do to keep going? Like I said, that was a big win. We had a nice comeback. Didn't finish it off in that second game on Tuesday, but how do we keep going and keep pressing forward?
Right. I think just kind of moving into this next series, Coach Fuller talks about it a lot. Everybody just being at their best when their best is needed, and I think that's something that we need to really stick with and carry on through Lamar. And just going out there, giving it our all. I really would like to see us take a win on, or two on Friday, to kind of give us and not relying on that game 3, to get a win. But so I think as long as on Friday we just go out there and for both 14 innings, top to bottom, that we just go and give it our all, and whatever happens happens. And if we know that we let it all out on the field, then we did whatever we could. So I think getting a win or two on Friday would really be nice going into the series.
Also, alumni weekend this weekend. You're just a sophomore here, but this will be your weekend in a few years.
Yeah.
But a lot of people coming back for this weekend. Notably, even in the opposite dugout, you got Amy Hooks, who was a former coach here, Tara McKinney, a former player, and your teammate from last year, Taylor Williams. So what's it going to be like to see her? And I know talk to her pregame and this weekend.
It'll be nice to see her, a familiar face here, and I know she's probably excited to come see, the new turf we have and just the new things we have this year. So yeah, I'm sure it'll be nice to have a familiar face back home.
Sophia, thanks so much.
Thank you.